Chenro mag thiedho commissioners mag duol matayo yiero pacho ka IEBC dhi nyime e kinde ma ji maromo 6 ogen ndadhogi odiechieng' ma kawuono. Nyaka sani ji 2 oseweyo ng'wech mar laro thuolo mar bedo commissioners ka ji mamoko mogen dayo dhogi kawuono oting'o Mary Karen Chesang Kigen, Mary Njeri Mburu, Melissa Yeko Ng'ania, Mohamed Abdullahi Abdi, Mohamed Adagane kaachiel kod Mohamed Mahat Sabul. Bang'e jotend migepe mowal Geoffrey Kirinya Ruku kaachiel kod Hana Wendo Cheptumo mane owal kaka jotend migepe ma kit chwech bende ibiro da dhogi kaka kamati mar od bura mamalo mochung'ne welo ma ibiro telne kod Spika Moses Wetangula.
Stakeholders given a chance.
Integrity is the most important issue. If I could give you an example, in 2002, when the elections were conducted in Kenya, everybody believed it is a free and fair elections. Why was it free and fair? It was credible, it was transparent, and there was integrity in how it was done. This was the first time the ruling party of a country conceded defeat, and the presidential candidate at that time, who was in the ruling party, conceded defeat. In Time magazine, I remember in 2002, they mentioned that Kenya was one of the most optimistic countries in the world, meaning that there was a lot of expectation, people were happy, and all this started because of the elections, not because of change of the economy or that, because of the elections. Why? Because there was integrity. It was done in a good way. People accepted the results, and it was done. For me, one of the issues of integrity has to be how we conduct our elections. My first advice is, let's use a modern kind of technology. I can give you a very good example. Recently in Somaliland, there was an election that was held. When they came for voter registration, they had the iris system. You just put your eyes there, the elections officials put everything there, your ID card, everything. Nothing else is done, everything is done, you go home. During the time of elections, when you come and put your eyes there, your ballot paper comes out of the machine. So like we have 700 polling stations, that polling station will have the 700 names that were registered there or wherever it was registered. Then they go and then they vote, they put that in an electronic system. Now how do they do it? Let's assume by 2 p.m., 450 people have voted. Presidential candidate A has 200 here, presidential candidate B has 250. You don't have to wait for 5 p.m. We already know this one has 200. It's already been tabulated. 250. By 5 p.m., everything is done. Maybe if people were in the line and they passed 5 p.m., everything was tabulated. Now, Kenya is an advanced economically country. We have been talking about M-Pesa and all this. It's a very simple system. It's even better system than what we are doing. It's even cheaper. You know, right now with our ballot boxes, we have a counterfold, we have a serial number, a color-coded thing. Last time in 2022, I remember they added the deputy presidential candidate to the presidential candidate of his team, so as to show more. So we do all these things. I even heard that our ballot boxes, our ballot papers are more secure than money. So this shows you how much trust deficit we have. So why don't we adopt a technology that goes fast? Maybe in future we can even go with the smartphones when everybody moves to it. But this is a very simple system, very quick system. Let's adopt it. Secondly, we need to demystify this notion of Bomas of Kenya. The most interesting part is when we are announcing the elections, we bring presidential candidate A, presidential candidate P, the chair, everybody to come there. While we have agreed in law that the polling station are the final results. Now, what if something happens to one candidate? Isn't it a national security problem for us? What if something happens to the chair? So let's demystify the National Turning Center in Bomas. Let's have the stakeholders being there. Let's have the observers be there. Even the chairman and the secretary general of political parties to be there. But the presidential candidates, just like in America, Trump was in New York, in East Coast, and former Vice President Kamala Harris was in California.